Last night I did some yoga. I did anything to kind of get my mind off of it, but we're at about 69 hours of the 72-hour water fast. Whew. Now, mind you, I feel like I got more clarity, more dreams. My senses are heightened. My body feels a little more refreshed in some crazy way. I'm hungry as heck. I tell you that. I'm hungry as heck. But I do tell you this. Well, I will tell you this. And folks probably won't even share the night. In the word, it tells you not to walk around looking like you fasting so you can get attention from others, right? This is why I want to tell you guys after the fast, or you know how it is. But I'm going to tell you something, man. I think everybody should do this 72-hour water fast at least once a year. And I think I will do it once a year. Look up all the things, the benefits that it does. Look at the spiritual benefits that it will do. But more so that the body and health benefits. Nothing's wrong, but I just kind of wanted to, do it. But I'll tell you this, y'all. I'll tell you this. I'm under the cover because it's kind of cold in here. But now, mind you, fasting kind of opens up some things, opens up your senses and your mind and clarity, and you become vulnerable to the invisible world too. And I believe, this is just my opinion, it could only apply to me maybe. But what I've been experiencing is, as I'm praying more and reading in the Word and doing this fast, almost like falling in love with God again. One side is like mad that the decisions I made, the times that I've turned my back on God for my own pleasures. And this just made me realize all that. I'm telling you, I don't know where this came from, but I'm going to share it with you. I turned my back on God. Not say turn my back. I grew distance. I started to wander. That whole story with the 100 sheep and one wandered off. Oh, yeah. I'm remembering everything. This is not just last night or 2 weeks ago. This is years I'm talking about. Years. And it made me kind of reflect on some of the decisions I made as far as how I moved around in people, things that I've asked for, things that I've done, things that I shouldn't done, people I've shouldn't done or interacted with or whatnot. And it made me frustrated a little bit that I also, and I may have said this yesterday, but the people that I've done wrong because of my emotional state, the people that I've allowed to do me wrong because of my emotional state, the things that I should have been busting my ass for because of my emotional state, I didn't. And I'm not saying that I'm just making bad decisions, just making all sorts of mistakes. Your boy has done some solid there. I got a hefty resume, trust me. But there's a lot more things that I think I should have done or would have accomplished if I wasn't effing up. And I think a lot of times as you grow up in church, you get off to high school, college, and your young grown-up years, you start to leave church. And then what happens is something happens in your life, or too many things happen in your life. You start going back to church. So I'm like, imagine if you just stayed across church. This is why I like the young people now. A lot of these young people, teenagers, kids, young adults are heavy in the church. And I'm telling you, you don't want that not to happen for you, for your children. But anyway, let me get right to the point. And I kind of would get angry at some of the things that I allowed to happen. I mean, whoa. But neither here or there, we're here now, right? Sorry for the long message, but we're here now, right? And the vulnerability, you got to make sure you stay solid. In my opinion, I see why they tell you to pray and read the word while you're fasting. Because if you do not, there's a possibility that something opposite may enter. Because you're at a vulnerable state right now, right? You're at a vulnerable state. So temptation, anything can try to send you the opposite direction of the Lord. I'm telling you, real simple. But what I also noticed that uh, um, I was able to sense that, right? And I tell you, willpower is everything. Again, I'll say this again: willpower, willpower. And you don't realize how much willpower you have until you gotta really, really, really use it. And that's one of the reasons why I say, man, everybody should fast, because it gives an opportunity for your body, your mind, to really have like an audit or a performance work statement within yourself, or action review or whatnot. And the teams meeting is only with yourself and God, right? And have you looking back of all the decisions that you made. And it's not meant for you to look back to regret them. And this is why I say the vulnerability, right? It's to look back and say, damn, why? But now I won't. So I'm gonna come back with you in 72 hours. Again, we got 3 hours left. Well, 2 hours and some change left. And I'll keep you guys updated. I hope I didn't say too much, but I feel like this is a good way to start, my story times, because people who know me, they know I can tell some hellified stories. I don't know why I be giving little bits and pieces, but I tell some major stories. But either way, I'll see you guys in the 2 point something hours and let you know how it is, and show you what I'm